Right, notable albums, 2008 Extreme Metal. If you just want the music, head to the end of the video, the playlist will be here somewhere. If you've got anything to add for the year 2008, which I've missed, which I'm sure is plenty, stick it in the comments below, as ever. Okay, here's 2008 from my perspective. Plus everything else that I'm adding on all the time, which I remember coming out, but I don't actually own, things like that. So we're going to start off with a really cool folk metal album from Waylander, Ireland's Waylander, Honour Amongst Chaos. Really solid, great release this one. Really, really cool, sort of black metal-y stuff with flutes and whistles and whatnot. Really cool. Next up, another band from the other side of the world somewhere. I can't remember if it's Australia or New Zealand, but it's The Amenta with their album Non. These cases were quite fashionable for a while around this period, and they are nice cases, little button to push in, whatnot. But yeah, nice release, that one. I haven't listened to this for a long time, so looking forward to catching up on all of these ones. Next up, we've got Septic Flesh, Communion. Not so keen on them these days, but this is the last one that I really, really enjoyed. Nice artwork, nice layout, great sort of orchestral, bombastic music as well. Really cool. The Monolith Death God, Triumvirate, which I think is I think the word means like a three-way power share or something. It's probably something to do with the Roman Empire, I'm guessing by the cover. I always thought these guys sort of well, in the earlier days they were all based on historical sort of nasty things happening in history, war and whatnot. So okay, moving on, we've got this little known band from England, Necrosis. I saw these guys, I think they might have played with the Berserker, maybe one time I watched them. I can't remember. Anyway, it's sort of like it's sort of strange. I don't know, like odd, groovy sort of death metal. What I would say is most notable about this album, for me anyway, what sticks out in my memories, is the vocalist highs are awesome. They're really like to a pitch that I can't get close to. So yeah, they really stick in my mind for that. Okay, next up, the USA produces us some death grind in the form of Misery Index. I should go back through and explore their discography a bit better, really, because I've only got one or two of their albums, and they are a decent band. Next is the end of the trilogy from 2002 to 2008, is V28. So yeah, they released 3 albums over that span of years. You can see on this CD, this is tracks 20 to 28. So the whole thing was like a really nice concept. Again, it's sort of like mid-tempoed industrial death metal, just really friggin' cool. Sort of like maybe some like 80s sort of vibe to it as well. Anyway, yeah, V28, amazing band, love them. Next up we've got Soulfly, Conquer. I seem to remember this one being pretty mid, if I'm honest, but yeah, it's just it is what it is. It's okay, it's not the best, but it's still pretty decent-ish metal from Max. Next up, Campfire, Heimgang. This is probably my favourite Campfire album. And in fact, I do need to go back through their discography as well, because they've got some absolute bangers. But yeah, this is a great mix of. Whereas Waylander has got like the tin whistles and bodhrans and stuff, like Campfire, really the folky influences much more come in on the guitar riffs. Yeah, some really great riffs. Yeah, really, really cool album, that one. Really, really like that one. Okay, over to the USA for Averse Sephira, I think that's how you pronounce their name, and Advent Parallax. This is some really good US black metal. You can sort of reminds me of perhaps Nightbringer and bands like that. They definitely have got this sort of US sound to the black metal formula. Yeah, really decent album, that one. I think these guys are from Texas or somewhere, which is not where you would expect black metal to come from. Not certainly not where I would anyway. Okay, yes, Anx Skavadron, I think that's how you say it, and this is their first album called Fluct. And you have to be very careful how you say that. Yeah, this is really, really weird, strange, experimental music, and it's awesome. Really, really cool release, really unusual and excellent. That's the great thing about making these lists. Oh, sorry, running out of focus there. That's the great thing about making these lists is I'm finding out, well, if I go on Metallium and I type this in and then see what other projects the band members have been in, and I'm finding loads of cool bands that way. So really cool doing these lists. Yes, and hopefully be able to share it with you, and people who really enjoy extreme metal will also enjoy these lists. Anyway, this is a very, very badly damaged Cold Worker, although the CD's alright, which is the main thing. Unfortunately, because this had really nice artwork all throughout it. But this is what happens when you put your CD collection in a windowsill and you think the windowsill is dry, but it's not. And then all the water manages to get inside and then soak up into your digipacks and CDs and whatnot. So there's a little tip: never put your collection in a windowsill. Okay, next up, Hate Eternal came up with Fury and Flames in 2008. This is after Jared, who was the longtime bass player and friend of Eric Rutan, passed away sadly. Jared Anderson. What is the name of his, is it Internicide or something? That crazy album he put out. I'll have to look that up and put it onto the playlist as well. Yeah, well, Alex Webster played bass on this as well. Yeah, really, really insanely brutal album. There's a lot of anger here. Just full bore, pretty much non-stop. Great stuff. Okay, so true Norwegian black metal next from Mr. Tak. I believe it's Tak Take, something like that. Yeah, this is a really cool album. Really like that one. Yeah, I'm not the biggest sort of diehard Taki, I don't know how you say his band name. I'm going to go with Tak fan, but I do really, really enjoy that album. It's a great album. Okay, so this around this time there was, I think there was a website. I remember Renrat's Metal Bazaar. I think it was a website. I don't even know if it's probably all closed, shut down now. But I discovered some great music for that, and this was one of the bands that I discovered on that. You could listen to all sorts of different obscure metal. And this is a Forest of Stars debut. I used to have this on vinyl as well, but my friend, he got the Forest of Stars logo tattooed here, so I gave it to him because, you know, he's obviously more of a fan than I am going to do that, so which he greatly appreciated. So yeah, this is a really cool debut. They obviously went on to do much more spectacular things, and I still haven't listened to the 26 release yet. I have got it in my list, and I will, because I know I'll love it. But yeah, amazing band. Great Victorian-inspired black metal. Okay, Dispel Omega. I don't even think I'm going to try and pronounce this, or shall I have a go? Veritas Stabli Mane in Eternum Chaining the Catachorn. Yeah, so whatever the heck that means. But yeah, it's cool. It's not their best release, but as ever, it's interesting and very sort of out there in terms of pushing the boundaries and whatnot, like Dispel are so good at. Of course, yeah, one of my favourite releases in my whole collection will be coming up in the next couple of years from them. Okay, Deicide next, Till Death Do Us Part, so named after Glenn was going through all his divorce problems and stuff at the time of recording this, I think. Decent album. It's definitely not one of their best, but it's certainly not one of their worst either. Yeah, decent. Sitting around the 7.5, maybe an 8 for me. Yeah, by the numbers, sort of Deicide, but it's good. It's a good album. Okay, these are probably my top 3 sort of favourite ones from 2008. First off, we have the experimental Norwegian band Atrox, who are an incredible band, and going back through their discography, because I don't have any of their earlier stuff, but I've been listening to it and it's absolutely crazy. Got like a operatic vocals with the metal and the earlier stuff, and but at this point they have a chap, a one-arm singer. I don't know what happened to his arm, but he's got a really good voice, and it's sort of like, I don't know, experimental avant-garde metal, I suppose. It's not really like full of blast beats or anything, but it's full of really, really cool ideas, and it's a really cool, catchy, and a really good album. Amazing band. Really like Atrox, who funnily enough started off under the moniker Suffocation. Very quickly changed it for lack of confusion. Okay, so this I used to have this on promo for years. Finally tracked it down on CD. It's one of my favourite, probably is my favourite black metal band of all time. I don't know why I like them so much. I just do. I just find their like song structures really odd. Dribbling. I must like it so much. I'm dribbling. Yeah, they're just Sjostorg, Landscapes of Disease and Decadence. This is their debut that came out in 2008. I just really, really like their music. They're really interesting bands. They sort of do whatever they want to do, and I like the way they don't fit to a blueprint. They just sort of do their own thing. But the sort of darkness and that real, it's not like grimness, but a bit like, it's really hard. It's really hard to put my finger on. The funniest memory I can have of it is reading Eric the Viking, the book, and it was like a boat on a Black Sea, and that's what their music makes me think of. So there you go. But it's nice. It's nice for my brain. My brain's like, oh yeah, I fucking love it. Amazing band. And this is probably the best release of 2008. In fact, it's probably one of the best technical, brutal death metal albums ever released, I think, at least in my opinion, and that's Origin Antithesis. This album just pushed everything to 10 and beyond, pretty much. It's insanely brutal and just absolutely awesome from start to finish. Yeah, it really, really is. I mean, probably a couple of years ago now, me and my friends, we did the Origin marathon, which was all the Origin albums back to back. You sort of get 3 or 4 albums and you're like, oh, it's not too bad, it's all right, I think we'll be all right. And I think by the time this is finished, we were like 4. And of course, you got another 3 or 4 to go, whatever it was. And by the time you've heard that many blast beats, you're like, oh, my brain. But anyway, absolutely insanely good album. And that's 2008 for me. So, as ever, if you think I've missed something decent for 2008, stick it in the comments. I'll be sure to check everything out. If I like it enough, I'll add it to the playlist, which should be about here. Right, I think that's it. So I will see you next week for 2009. Cheers.